Commander Jesse earlier. I was saying how Bison really fits his style. I mean, I think he played Street Fighter 4 a lot more, and he was a very aggressive Bison, you know, in 4. And now in Street Fighter 5, Bison has really changed as a character. He's just really kind of all offense. And I think that fits his style very well. Let's see how well he can do against Urbanflow's Karin.
Yeah, I believe Urbanflow is the last of the 3 Karins that were in the top 16.
That's right.
Holding it down for the character who has lost in where she's supposed to be strong. Lost the mid-range battles.
That's right. Well, I think if, you know, Happy Medicine wants to win out, he's got to take the Ranma Sama approach, where he doesn't want to play that mid-range. He wants to be either in or out. And I think Happy Medicine's style is going to really fit him well for this matchup.
So let's see how this one goes. Back over to Gutex and Duggish with the call. Take it away, guys.
Thank you. And if you guys are just joining us, yes, we are here at the Geico E-League Amateur Street Fighter 5 series. There is $20,000 on the line for these players. Sir, can you imagine a world 20 years ago, 30 years ago, where young people could make $20,000 playing video games?
Could not imagine it at all.
I see your son here watching carefully. Does he play Street Fighter?
He hasn't played Street Fighter. He hasn't really been into the fighting games that much, but he does love video games like crazy.
Maybe this is something for him to pursue someday, because Evo champions sometimes are born at a very young age. They start training at the young age of 8, 9, 10. 10 years later, boom, best in the world.
Yo, back into this though, we see a quick start from Urbanflow. Not something new to us from him in this bracket. Name befitting. When he finds that opening, oftentimes he's able to ride that to the end. We saw Happy Medicine earlier, unable to close it out against Commander Jesse, despite having similar bouts of offense. So we can expect a pretty high-paced match here, I feel like.
Yeah, Happy Medicine knows one mode: overdrive, offense, attack.
Oh, nice. That crouching jab anti-air. You see it again. So strange, like we see Guile and Bison both going to that, but it's deceptively strong. A little bit of back and forth, but for the most part, really strong containment from Happy Medicine. Really reminiscent of his pool play. Finds the hit. Other side. Karin going to try to bring it back with the interception. What's so prepared?
That is actually not a block string, turns out. Turns out, if you know it's coming, if you have trained effectively, you can interrupt those things.
And we see there at the end as well, interrupting. Unafraid to push buttons. Against Karin's Rekka, though, that's something that you have to do to force her into the unsafe option that can check you, right?
Exactly, and those are the types of options that you have to explore in training mode. You know, to the untrained eye, you know, fighting games doesn't look like, looks like a bunch of craziness.
Huge drop.
But it's
could have been so much damage.
So much damage, and that's how you that's how you learn more about this game. Training mode. Practice, studying your opponent, looking at YouTube videos, watching tutorials, playing with your local scene.
And that's how you grind that out and get to that place.
Yeah, because this is the thing. It's all about incremental progress. Nobody was born the best in the world. They become the best in the world over a long period of time.
Here we
go. Practice, consistency, discipline, effort.
Staying on the same side.
And staying on the same and staying on the same side. And not giving up the corner. Oh no.
Kind of like what we expected to see, really fast-paced match here, back and forth, but we see the damage out from Bison kind of coming out on top.
This is the thing, though. Urbanflow qualified online. This guy has put in the work. You know, the thing about playing online is if you have 2 setups, you can actually be using your time a little bit more effectively, because you can be waiting for a match on one side and doing training mode in another to problem solve. At least that's what I do.
Oh my god, stun building. Bison.
Ooh!
Oh my god, watch it. Finds a big crush counter.
Nice whip punch right there.
Oh my god, near perfect. JV perfect.
Yeah, what a throw bait there by Happy Medicine.
And going into the next round with a meter advantage, able to pull that off without spending too many resources, and still is just...
Ooh, nice anti-air. You don't see that used very often. Most Karin players think that move is useless.
And yeah, it's tricky against the reverse, right? It's all about where Bison wants to be with that move, because he can change up his timing. So right read from Urbanflow pays off. Another great anti-air.
Okay, there we go. Now we're starting to see the adjustments from Urbanflow.
Traditionally something that is viewed as a weakness of Karin's, is that her anti-air game is not very strong. So it's really telling of the level of play from this Karin player.
And also the depth of which Urbanflow knows the Bison matchup. And also the way, how much, look at that conversion. He hit him with the V reversal. That did a nice chunk of gray life and then ran up and threw him. What?
I love that micro step, but he steps back, stays on the same side, trips up Happy Medicine, and now working on closing it out. Patience on defense. Super on like. Trying to hang on to that super for a potential next round, but I mean, he might have to spend it for chip or something. This is getting down to the wire.
Oh yeah,
needs this round, and he just sits on the meter and takes the throw.
You don't want to die. You can't be dying with full super meter in this game. Like that means that there were opportunities that you chose not to use your resources.
And it's a hard choice to make in that situation because you know there's another round, but maybe you were too focused on what's to come.
Yeah, like lots of times players end up saving their resources for situations that actually never end up happening, and it costs them the round because of that hesitation and waiting for the perfect moment. Just as in life, you know, sometimes the perfect moment never comes.
Devil's reverse, huge crush counter, but can't quite finish anything more.
Happy Medicine is just, I mean, he's up 2 games. He's got the momentum. He's just going to keep on taking it to Urbanflow because, you know, hey, he's got nothing. He's got so much to work with now. He can afford to take bigger risks.
Yo, look at his hunger right now. Karin was just swinging, marching him down to the corner. Side switch, though. Speaking of, tried to get tricky with it. It bites him.
There we go. Urbanflow puts one on the board.
Yeah, he went for that unexpected ground cross-up with the forward dash in the corner, but Urbanflow is so ready for it. Just caught him and turned it around into a round win instantly.
Yeah,
trying to avoid that match point situation for Bison.
Yeah, screen position and the timer are actually like their resources, you know, and it's not obvious. The obvious ones are your life bar. Everybody thinks it's all about the life bar. It's not, because you could make wow.
Look at this right now.
Look at this corner. Look at this
smothering
because of the corner pressure. Ooh, nice jab check right there.
So ready for these dash throughs and checking Bison on this movement, not really letting him get away with it.
And also using the V reversal and then using the shoulder to force him to block so that his gray life doesn't start to regenerate immediately. Very smart. Look, that gray life is still there. Look, the more that he blocks, the more that gray life, you know, increases.
Oh God!
Oh God!
Patience paying off.
Oh God! Just
one mix-up. Needs one more hit. Anything will do it for Bison. Great defense from Karin so far, but the pressure's mounting. Same side again. No, but gets thrown. Man. That's the right read when you see somebody turning one up like that, right? You got to try to open them up and throw. Force them to push buttons.
Yeah, but you know, Urbanflow starts with 3 bars, but this is match point for Happy Medicine. It's now or never for Urbanflow.
Full super on deck for Karin.
She's got to use some of this meter. Okay, this is a good time to use. I would have taken the damage.
Oh my God, the mix
up. No, you got to go for the damage. It doesn't really do anything if you use your super early in the round. So you might as well use 1 bar on damage.
Right. And we can see he almost has it. Unfortunately, by virtue of getting tossed in the corner wall. Oh, the trade just barely gets that crouch jab out. Bison now V-reversing, trying to build space. Karin, the movement,
nice.
The air check coming in.
Good space control. Oh no. Karin can't get him off of him now because she's in V-trick. Oh God.
Ooh, and I feel like that was just the pressure, right? We saw so many low jab checks and just poke checks that really worked out on the teleports from Karin. But that time just too tense. Match point for Bison, and he taps the button too soon and just kind of gets clipped.
Yeah.
Happy Medicine, really strong showing.
Yep. Very, very convincing right there.
And maybe that's just where he wants to be. Maybe he just wants to play against a person that wants to brawl. He wants to fight it out. And Commander Jesse maybe just a bad matchup at that time with that solid defense, but we'll see what Toga and Bear have to say about that.
Yeah, back to you guys.
Thank you, Gutex and Douglas. You guys are both looking pretty comfortable there in the audience seats. I don't want to say I called it, but you know, Happy Medicine has the perfect style to make it very frustrating for Karin. You know, there was not a single instance, I think, in that match where, you know, Happy Medicine saved more than 2 bars.
Yeah.
As soon as he had that meter, it was EX Delta Reverse in, or I'm going to just kind of backdash out of that mid-range. I'm going to EX Delta Reverse in. Exactly. He just wanted to keep that pressure and not play any footsies, not play any mid-game. And that was really kind of frustrating there.
Yeah, absolutely. Urbanflow got punished for trying to find answers for those EX Devil's reverses. Yep. We saw some EX DPs to try and actually catch them. We saw a couple of air-to-airs that one of them, I think maybe one worked, maybe two.
Yeah,
but I'm not even sure if those were EX Devil's reverse or just straight head stomps, but he was just catching them and then got punished for them more often than not and unable to establish the flow, if you will, to just get there.
Urbanflow was definitely kind of utilizing his resources a little better. We saw some really good use of the V-reverse, later on in the set, but I think it was just a little bit too late at that point, and Happy Medicine was just going, like Utek said, all overdrive.
Exactly.
So it looks like we have our final match of top 16 here, and we have Fawaz versus Monster Kakarot.